Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go live in 20 minutes. So I would like to ask everyone to settle down. As the occasion is going on, I kindly request that we put our phones on silent so that we don't have any disturbance. Graduate a total of 39 students who've gone through their sixth form. The students have studied BTech, and some of them have taken A-level courses.
can somebody send a message saying we're going live in a moment? Don't. You can start live.
It's got a slight delay on it.
Coronavirus.
This is great. I'm very impressed.
I know, so we just have to. That's on message.
It's quite incredible, actually. Yeah. So kings to get the tune changed. That's game. Exactly the same. Yes. I never realised that the children at that young they basically will change a tune to what they like. So they know when they kick it to a certain direction, it changes the tune. And then when they're on the toilets, there's a toilet where they hit it and they learn to hit it. Yeah. They will realise that from that young age, like that they will recognise crazy music. It's a learning. It's not to learn. People don't speak by next to all the stuff to learn language. Yeah. So is this slightly delayed?
No, we want to start off. It's already live. It's already, by the way, what is being done there is being streamed live. Oh, really? So people, as they do it.
So there's a slight delay. If anyone starts swearing in speeches, we can just start.
Thank you. I want to welcome all of us to our Year 13 virtual graduation ceremony here in Braeside. My name is Wellington Andati, a teacher at Braeside School. I wish to invite all our parents, friends, teachers, management of the Braeburn group of schools, the general public, most of all, our students, and our guest of honor, Professor Chacha Nyaigoti Chacha. Please join us in celebrating our 39 Year 13 graduates of 2020. Friends, this graduation ceremony is streaming live on YouTube. We start with the procession, followed by the national anthem, then speeches, the general and public, finally, most of all, our students and our guest of honor, Professor Chacha Nyaigoti Chacha. Please join us in celebrating our 39
I want now to invite the student who's going to give the valedictory speech. And this is the student who has embodied the Braeside spirits and virtues of respect, erudition, equality, and internationalism. She's a student who's gone through many challenges, and through it all, she's come out successful. And to give our valedictory speech for the 2020 class, I want to invite Rabia Khan.
Good afternoon, honored guests, parents, teachers, and my fellow friends. It is an utmost honor to deliver the valedictorian speech today. Before I continue any further, I would like to congratulate all the graduates and their parents and families who are celebrating with you today and who will cheer you on to your next steps. We did it. We accomplished the major early milestones in our lives. High school graduation, a crucial step in our journey, one that should be recognized for its immense significance. We all worked hard to get to this stage, and our work didn't go to waste. We overcame all the hurdles, hanging in there when times were rough. Each and every one of us was capable of fulfilling our requirements to get to this stage. One of the things I admire most about our class is how we came together. Before arriving here, we came from very different schools. At first, we formed predictable groups, but over time, we grew together as we fought opposing schools on the football field and band competitions and academic debates. Perhaps more than anything else, the lesson we learned is that as separate individuals, we are, at most, mildly effective. But together, we are able to combine our talents into a powerful wave of educational excellence, athletic achievement, and community spirit. Over the coming years, we may forget some science facts or mathematics formulae you learned here. But what you cannot forget is that when individuals work together, the whole group is raised up and the impossible becomes possible. Achievement becomes your destiny. I bet all of us feel good to have made it, but at the same time, a little bit unhappy that we are parting. There is a French saying, partir et mourir un peu. Leaving is a little like dying. How true is that? Graduation is definitely the end of one chapter in our lives. However, it is the beginning of another extraordinary chapter. With this chapter closed, I am certain that many of us are nervous about starting the next phase, because unlike a book, we cannot skip through the pages of life to see how long the next chapter is going to be. We have our own book in life that has not yet been written, and every day that passes is another page we're writing ourselves. As we move on, there are many delightful moments that we are going to carry with us. Not to forget all the love and care showered upon us from primary until this date. A simple thank you is not enough to appreciate these beautiful souls who have made us the people we are today. I would like to take this moment to give 3 big cheers to my primary head teacher, Ms. Wahinia, our high school head teacher, Mr. Nyamota, and we cannot forget the teachers who have contributed so much. It is tough to take a group of fresh minds and try and show them life skills that they need to be successful. I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. In this wonderful journey through Braeside, I would also like to thank all my friends and colleagues with whom I have shared my ups and downs, good and bad, happy and sad moments. A big thank you to both my parents for supporting me throughout my journey. Without your blessings, love, and care, I wouldn't have made it this far. I love you, Mom and Dad. I am honored to be part of Braeside School, and I wish you the very best today and always. I am certain that all of you will agree with me that we will all carry a part of Braeside wherever we go. Thank you.
In this group, we've also had student leaders, and these are the students who've worked together with the school administration, with the teachers, with their colleague students to ensure that students carry out their day-to-day tasks with respect and following the school rules and regulation. We have a student body of prefects that is led by a head boy and a head girl. And at this juncture, I want to invite the head girl, Nikki Gashanja, to give her speech, and she'll be followed by the head boy, Kartik Taneja. Welcome, Nikki and Kartik.
Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, and my fellow graduates. We made it. We're officially done with high school. Looking back, I never thought that this day would come as fast as it did. I'm sure when we all started year 13, we thought that it was so far away, but it's finally here. It truly is a bittersweet feeling. My experience in Braeside has certainly been a journey, and I never thought that coming here would help me learn so much about myself. Looking back, I never thought that I would perform live on stage, star in a play, or even become head girl. But Braeside helped me to discover traits that I never even knew I had within myself. Coming from a place where I felt like an outsider, Braeside felt like a place where I belonged, like I was home. There have definitely been bumps on the road for all of us, but we're all here now, and that's something to be grateful for. Braeside is a part of who each of us are, and that will never change. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the amigos of Braeside, as the boys call them, Mr. Obo, Mr. Ndungu, and Mr. Nyamota, for not only giving me the opportunity to lead the school as its head girl, but also for all of their support they have given each and every one of us during such a wild 2 years. I'd also like to thank Ms. Yongo, Mr. Leonard, Mr. Benson, and all of our teachers for all the knowledge they bestowed upon us. And to my classmates, we shared many smiles and many tears. We shared all our hopes and all our fears. But if there was one that beat out the rest, the times we shared laughs were always the best. So here's to the memories we'll never forget, with the friends that turned into family. This past year was definitely one for the books, and even though our time together was cut short, I will definitely cherish every moment I had in Braeside and I hope that you do too. On behalf of my fellow graduates, I can proudly say that as we begin a new chapter in our lives, we all will never forget the memories throughout our life in Braeside. Hashtag forever Braestar. Thank you.
Good afternoon, parents, teachers, alumni, if any, and my fellow graduates. Welcome to the 2020 graduation ceremony of Braeside High School. If there's one thing I have to say, then it is that this speech completely caught me unaware. When I found it, I was shocked, as I never guessed that one day I would be standing in front of all of you and giving speech in such a large crowd. But thanks to Corona, it's recorded. We have come a long way from the kind words of Ms. Kambudu to Mr. Nemuta, the messenger of God. We have struggled and persevered through the lessons of Mr. Leonard and Mr. Benson, but we made it. We're here now. Our group has been one of the most successful throughout the years, be it sports with Sakana, academics with Rabi and A-Level, and Calvin in BTech. The clubs like Interact with Robert, to the fundraiser events of BTech. We have led Braeside to new heights. The teachers will agree with me. I remember year 9 graduation, just like it was yesterday, and now we are here, moving to a new stage of our lives, starting another chapter. The knowledge and experience that you have collected here are the materials and the foundations that are needed for our future. It has been given to you. Now it is up to you, me, and everyone over here to use it and become the tallest building or the brightest star that you were meant to be. I want to thank the teachers on everyone's behalf for the time you spent on us, teaching us against our wills, and helping us to reach new heights that we have reached now. The knowledge you have given to us is and will be our most precious possession throughout our lifetime. I want to thank our parents who have sacrificed a lot for us to be here. I want to thank you for being there for us. You have answered to all our wishes to the best of your abilities, tolerated our whims and our arrogance, all the while not giving up on us. Thank you. And most of all, my dear graduates, I want to thank you all for being there for me. Thank you for the new relationships that I have made, the time you spent on me, and the motivation and happiness you gave me when I was down. Over time, I realized that it's neither knowledge, nor money, nor your career that are more important than these. The relationships that you have made right now will last a lifetime, but only and only if you spend time and money on them. Remember what Steve Jobs said in his last moments. It was not his money, nor his fame, nor his career that helped him in his last few months, but his family and the relations that he had. So dear graduates, remember to cherish these relationships that you have had and take this life lesson and never forget it. Because as long as they're there, there will never be a dark moment in your life that will not be filled with light. Well, that's it. I wish you all the best of luck for your future from the bottom of my heart. Hope you all shine brighter than the brightest star in the sky. Thank you.
Sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. No one can feel those of your needs that you won't let show. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, brother, and you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I might just have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. Call me if you need a friend. Call me. Call me if you need a friend. Call me if you ever need a friend. Call me, yeah. Call me. Call me if you need a friend. Call me. Call me if you need a friend. If you ever need a friend, call me, yeah. Call me. Call me if you need a friend. Call me. Call me if you need a friend.
The guest of honor, Professor Chacha Nyegoti Chacha, invited guests, the board of directors represented here today, the faculty who are represented here today, and even those ones who back home as they watch this live transmission, students, our online viewers, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First, let me give my warmest congratulations to the class of 2020. You are a talented and hard-working class. I am proud to have been your head teacher. Today's event is a testimony of the achievements of the graduates and the love and support they received over the years. Today ends a long journey of 13 plus years in basic schooling, but definitely not the end of learning. All gathered in person. I want you to remember that graduation ceremony doesn't celebrate just this moment. It is the culmination of all your years of learning about the school and about yourselves. The friends and family who supported you over the years are here today to give you the support. We are celebrating you today, the class of 2020. With today's standing here to give a testimony of how you've grown, the challenges you've gone through and you've overcome, the experiences you've shared. The point is, don't let lack of a big, crowded ceremony take anything away from what your graduation signifies. Go ahead and bask in the glory of your achievements. The global COVID-19 pandemic has thrown you into a sea of unexpected circumstances. You were transformed to full-time online learners overnight, and you managed to complete, and you are now graduating, the digital citizens. You have a feel of the education of the future, and your adaptability to it has been tested. The knowledge, skills, and attitudes you have acquired in the last 13 plus years have allowed you to be innovative and resilient. Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most important weapon which you can use to change the world." At Braeside, you have been equipped with enough weapons that will change this world. As you advance to your next academic level, you will garner more advanced weapons. I'm glad to say there are some colorful characters in this class of 2020. There is Trevor, who can debate with anyone. Then there is Sakana and Jonathan, who must have played more planks than anyone else in our school history. While Rabia comes across as the future professor who will publish so many academic papers. Audrey will be remembered for the fantastic community service projects that she helped organize. All the characters have helped to bond the class into a group that has worked and played together. You will get your final grades and results soon. Your parents will be happy seeing those results. However, my concern is that these results will not give them a true picture of what it is that makes each of you special and unique. I wish they knew each one of you, the way your teachers do, the way I personally do, and certainly the way your friends do. They do not know that you can play a musical instrument like Michael, who's just done it. Or you can sing like Nikki and Tutaya. They don't know that Kaltik, Milan, Jemima, and Jonathan are good leaders. They have no idea of the sports spirit I have witnessed in Azim, Calvin, Justus, Martin, Prince, William, Robert, James, and Jeff. How I wish somebody was here to notice how hard these students work. Taya, Yvonne, Shadi, my Professor Yash, Fatman Guled. Universities will be so lucky having bright stars like Bradley, Passem, Fred, Venu, Jemima, and Aziza. I wish they knew that Kofi, Sunny, Salah, and Salome had an excellent attendance record in school. I bet they don't know this, that you can be trustworthy, kind, thoughtful, and that you try every day to be the very of your best. Can you recall the first days, my dear Braesters, you joined the school? Some of you were crying where your parents dropped you in school, but today, both you and your parents are smiling in celebration of your achievements. Braeside was privileged to have you all for the many years you have been here. Together, you have made memories, and I wish you could treasure them for the rest of your lives, just as we will do as Braeside. The journey ahead of you will be full of challenges, which will require your application of knowledge, endurance, cooperation, interpersonal skills, and resilience. My dear Braesters, at this point, this could have been possible without the support of the faculty. I therefore would like to thank the faculty for their efforts. They are a hardworking and dedicated group that is devoted to the students. No wonder we got such a good commendation from Simon Bates, an international standards verifier from Pearson's. This is what he had to say about the students' work when he visited. Very impressive, detailed work and bright, engaged learners. A credit to the school and the PTech teaching team. Today is a celebration of all that is good about our students, teachers, and the school. It's wonderful to feel the pride that comes on graduation day. I'm excited about the future for each one of you. You have the potential to be all you want to be successful in all you do. The future, my Braestars, holds many challenges and successes for all of you. Each of you will have your own unique opportunities to succeed. I urge you, therefore, to follow your passion. Stay true to yourself. Never follow someone's path unless you are lost, and that's the only path you want to use. The future is where you will spend most of your lives. Remember, you are only 18 or 17. The real power of creating and being responsible for your own future is unlimited. You are not going to get very far in life based on what you already know. You are going to advance in life by what you are going to learn after you leave Braeside. I hope you create a future that you are completely passionate about, and certainly you deserve it. My dear Braestars, I always find it very, very sad to say goodbye to my students. However, life must move on, and I take comfort in being sure that all of you will flourish. As Neil Gaiman put it, now go and make interesting mistakes, make amazing mistakes, make glorious and fantastic mistakes, break rules, leave the world more interesting for your being there. My dear Braestars, class of 2020, please keep in touch with the school. We will always be glad to hear how you are doing. From time to time, pass by the school to say hello and be a source of encouragement to the students and teachers that you'll find around. Once more, congratulations, class of 2020. I'm very proud of you and how much you have accomplished at Braeside. I know you will crush anything you put your mind to do. Thank you, parents, for your support, and the faculty for the job well done. To the board of directors, you have one of the best schools in town. Stay strong, my Braestars. Better days are ahead once we are out of this quarantine. Thank you, and God bless. Now, I welcome the Braeburn Group Secondary Education Manager and the Braeside Business Manager, Mr. John Abbott, to give us his remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Headmaster. To everyone joining us today, it is a great honor and privilege to be asked to speak to you, the leaving graduates of Braeside School, on your special day. The fact that it's not possible to have you here in the school theatre is of huge sadness. We know that you would have all loved to be together today for the last time, to share your thoughts and memories and the emotional highs of having completed this significant milestone in your lives. It is one of the worst aspects of our current dilemma that there is over 1 billion students around the globe not currently attending school as we know it. But from the experiences of working with all the Braeburn schools over the last months, I have been astounded how our community of students has adapted and faced this predicament with such maturity, stoicism, and resilience. I say to you all now, a huge well done for your achievements and for your part in helping our whole school community get through this so far. But just coping, just adapting, just being helpful with your siblings and parents is just the tip of the iceberg of what you're about to embark on and be called on to do. However, the new norm materializes post-corona, and this could take a decade, that new norm will be your new world. That will become the world for your future families and the following generations. Life after Corona will undoubtedly never be the same. So my question for you, Braeside graduates, today is, what do you want the new normal to be? What do you want to see changed? Current attitudes to climate change and the natural environment? Attitudes towards race, gender, and equality? Are you happy with our global leaders? Whatever you see that needs change, you guys are the ones to step up. After all, you are all now adults in every sense of the word. Barack Obama said only last week to a cohort just like yourselves, quote, "More than ever, this is your moment. This is your generation's world to shape. You've got more role models, more roadmaps, more resources than any generation ever did. You've got more tools, technology, and talents than any generation before. No generation has been better positioned to be the warriors for justice and remake the world." Do you agree with Obama? Can you make a change, even starting today? Well, here is my advice to you. Just 3 simple words. Call it out. This powerful phrase you hear more and more every day. It means don't turn a blind eye, even when that is the easiest thing to do. Don't. Call it out. This is what the hundreds of thousands of peaceful protesters across the world were doing last Saturday, calling out institutionalized racism. From today to wherever your next place of study is, to wherever you end up working or living, and beyond anything else that you add your voice to, when you see something that is wrong, call it out. Be a troublemaker. I can say that now that you've left school. Be a troublemaker. But I think and I hope that this attitude will be just one aspect of the new normal. You guys and your generation having the courage, confidence, and despite any potential consequences, call it out. Remember, your perseverance and your tenacity is what people will remember and respect you for. No one else defines you but you. Your potential to enact change is boundless. And what other people think of you is never as important as what you think of yourself. Never be afraid to call it out. Never be afraid to fail or to take the risks that will result in positive change. So I hope you're proud of your achievements so far, and I hope that you're eager to progress so that decades from now you can return to Braeside, take a look around and say that you left things a bit better than they are today as you graduate. You, the Braeside class of 2020, won't be defined by what you lost to this virus, but how you responded to it. The world is yours now, and you need the mental resolve to make change happen. And don't, for 1 second, listen to anyone who tells you otherwise. Congratulations. Remember, call it out, and now the hard work begins. The best of luck to you all, and thank you for listening. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce our guest of honor today. Professor Chacha, I'm going to say a couple of words. Professor Chacha, a Kenyan playwright and educationalist, welcome to Braeside School. Professor Chacha is currently serving as the chairman of the Kenyan Commission for University Education. Prior, Professor served as the executive secretary of the Inter-University Council of East Africa and also served as the CEO of the Kenyan Higher Education Loans Board. Professor Chacha received his B.Ed in Swahili Language and Literature in English from the University of Nairobi, and he got his M.A. in Swahili Studies also from the University of Nairobi. Later, he studied at Yale University, gaining an M.Phil and a Ph.D. in anthropological linguistics. I knew I was going to get that word wrong. The professor has been a lecturer of Swahili language and linguistics at Kenya University and Egerton University and a pro-chancellor at Mount Kenya University. He was a research professor at the Institute of Regional Integration and Development of the Catholic University of East Africa. He is also a renowned author of several Swahili books, including Wingu Jisu, Black Cloud, and Marejeo, The Return. It is my great pleasure and privilege to introduce our guest of honor, Professor Chacha.
For today, I'm honored to be here to witness a fulfillment of individuals who have persevered the journey of early childhood education, primary school, and eventually culminating in high school, secondary school, and high school. I'm very happy to acknowledge this honor, Bwana head teacher, Bwana manager, the parents, and the students, and all those who are able to listen to what we have to say today during the 39th graduation ceremony of year 13. Going to school is a privilege. Constitutions all over the world, they say it is a right. But sometimes there are so many challenges that one has to pass through in order to get to a school, and also in order to be able to remain resilient, persistent, until a time like this arrives. So for you parents and the students who are graduating, congratulations. You have done well. You have been able to sit and persevere for a number of years through what some of us these days see as a torturous journey, because learning has become quite challenging in this world of so many issues which we have to guard students from indulging in. Seeing and witnessing a class like this is therefore worthy a celebration. It's a celebration for the parents and it's a celebration for the students. But more than anything else is also a fulfillment for the teachers whose work has been to mold these young minds and instill and provide to them knowledge, and skills. The education that you have received here at Braeside is an education that is for your life. It's a lifelong experience. You came here perhaps alone, dropped by your parents, or came here with your sibling, but entered a different class, and at the end remained here under the care and the guidance of the teachers. So a graduation ceremony is a celebration also of the teachers for their accomplishment, for teaching as a profession. Being a calling profession is one which provides to the learners self-confidence. And I therefore believe that the graduating class has been prepared enough to go out there to face the world. And as you face the world, I'm told that the class today has two groups. One which has done some preparation diploma, which allows them to enter into the world of work as they pursue higher education. But the other class, the A-level class, is destined to various institutions. You will realize when you finally get to this new environment that preparation started from here of making you an ethical citizen. As an ethical citizen, this school has prepared you to be able to, as my friend has said, to shout when you come across the challenges which I'm going to mention. Some of these challenges currently in society are challenges of unethical behavior. We are surrounded by individuals who lack morals, and therefore it is your responsibility as a graduate of this school, wherever you'll be destined to ensure that you maintain the ethical behavior that this school has provided to you. We have leadership which is not focused, and I think it is important for us to celebrate your graduation by saying and charging you that when you get out, you'll be able to say, I'm a Braeside student and graduate, and we don't do this in our high school. You have been here, and we expect you to be able to continue living through the challenges of understanding that there are no shortcuts to glory and success. You need to continue, therefore, the spirit of hard working as you have been prepared by this great school. You have to understand that this world where you are being unleashed into is still a world which is having individuals who are obsessed with the class and the race differentiations. And you will need, therefore, to navigate yourself and say that the school where I went to in Nairobi at Braeside told me that all human beings are born equal and that all human beings can succeed together when we continue, each one of us, playing our role. When you play your role, you become a member of a team. Therefore, I believe that the spirit of teamwork that you have been given an opportunity to participate in various activities, including the academic exercises you have been doing in class, as well as the physical exercises you may have been doing, and the social dynamic exercises, including drama and sports, are going to guide you to ensure that the teamwork spirit continue being your guiding principle as you move forward in life. We believe that when you get out there, you will be able to obey rules and regulations and laws. Many people in this society which we live in and in the whole world have tended to think that they are on a self-propelling movement. But it is important for us always to remind ourselves that there are regulations, there are laws, and there are standards. There are standards against which our behavior and activities and the challenges that we engage in are going to be measured. I know for the students who are destined to the university, this is where I would like to spend some 2 or so minutes before I sit down. You are going to be going to a university which is unique somewhere in the world. Some of you will go to the UK, others will go to America, others will remain here in Kenya, and others might go to other universities in Africa. And I think what you need to go with is a culture of commitment and a culture of being a leader, transformative leader, a leader who is able to show the way where others are hesitating, a leader who is able to say his opinion where others are keeping quiet. It is important always to raise your voice wherever it is going to be heard, so long as it's a voice which is ethical and a voice of reason. You must learn how to maintain your self-confidence and to maintain your stand on matters of societal transformation and on matters of equity and the equality of nations and human beings. It is important for us today, as we celebrate you, to tell you that when you reach your destination in the universities where you will be going, you might find that the things that you expected are not the way you will find them. You might think that you are now free to do anything that you want to do because you have left high school and you are now in an environment which is called a university environment. But it is important for me to remind you as I speak to you, to tell you that continue maintaining discipline, because without discipline, the world will be messed up. And it is important that we make sure that students of Braeside, are students of goodwill and are students of ethical behavior and are students who can continue providing leadership skills. Of course, the other aspect that you'll be challenged with is that you'll be on your own. Many students are coming from their parental care, coming to Braeside here. You come, sometimes you are able to meet your parent every day, and sometimes the teachers are so caring. But when you reach the university environment, wherever you'll be, you'll find that you have to make individual decisions and individual judgment. And we are looking upon you as students of this institution to remain steadfast, to remain principled, and to remain a guiding torch, and to always come back to pay a visit to this institution which prepared you. It was my honor to be speaking to you. I'm sorry that we are going through a challenging situation of COVID-19, and it has been very difficult for us to have a huge gathering before us here, which would have also accorded us an opportunity to speak longer matters. But I think it is quite gratifying that at least we were able to be brave enough to come here and do what we have done. Thank you very much for the honor, and I'm looking forward to meeting these graduates one of these days when they join the universities, wherever they will join them. Thank you. many students are coming from their parental care, coming to Braeside here.
Once, when I call your name, you match up and receive your certificate. Guled Abukor. Jeff Gedenji. Jemima Ogola. Kartik Taneja, Nikki Gashanja, Rabia Khan, Robert Ochiel, Venu Taneja, Fatma Al-Midli, Milan Mutuko, Salah Al-Garabi, Taya Ogada, Yash Shah, Yvonne Kerubo, Abdurizak Nur Ali, Audrey Akech, Aziza Rana, Azmi Ali, Bassem Mughal, Bradley Nyauncho, Calvin Omwega, Fred Joroge, James Dirango, James Sakana, Jonathan Thairo, Khalifa Ino, Gilles Kofi, Martin Kiama, Michael Karanja, Muhammad Anas Abdirahman, Prince Ngui, Salomi Haida, Sani Nurani, Trevor Wanguru, Tutaya Sambuli, William Itotia, Julius Wanjao, Hekma Shemshadin, Shali Miheso. I now want to present some special awards, and these are students who have served Braeside in various capacity, either in sports or the community, and even a student who is very special to us, who's been here the longest time at Braeside. To start off, I want to present the Sports Woman of the Year award, and this award goes to Salomi Haida. The Sportsman Award goes to Calvin Omwega. The student receiving the Community Service Award, this student has organized her peers, her schoolmates, her classmates, not once but many times, to raise funds through bake sales, through the Valentine bake sale, to raise funds that have been used to offer support to the less fortunate in our community. And this award for the community service for the 2020 class goes to Audrey Akech. Then we have the Longevity Award, and this is awarded to the student who's been at Braeside for the longest time. The student receiving the award this afternoon has been in Braeside for more than 15 years. She joined us in early years, and she's now finished at year 13 at Braeside High School. And the award goes to Aziza Rana. The final two awards are awarded to the Leadership Awards. And this award we give to our head girl and our head boy. So I want to invite Kartik Taneja, the head boy, and Nikki Gashanja, the head girl, to receive the Leadership Awards. Head boy, Kartik Taneja. Head boy, Kartik Taneja.
I would invite the guest of honor, Professor Chacha Nyaigoti Chacha, to receive a gift from Braeside School. Welcome, sir. And this gift will be presented by Freya, Year 12. Freya, please come. Thank you.
It's okay. Just hold it for you.
It gives me great pleasure to stand before you to extend a hearty vote of thanks to all who have joined us during this memorable event. I would like to thank our guest of honor, Professor Chacha Nyaigoti Chacha, who graced this occasion with his thought-provoking address. Thanks to our Managing Director, Braeside Group of Schools, Mr. Andy Hill, the Business Manager, Braeside School, and Group Secondary Education Manager, Mr. John Herbert, Primary Head, Ms. Gladys Wahinya, and our very own Head Teacher, Mr. Wallen Nyamota. To the Deputies, Mr. Obo and Mr. Ndungu, thank you for the mentorship role in the students' lives throughout their stay in Braeside. To the faculty and teachers, thank you for guiding, leading, and motivating the students, and for the hours you have spent with the students, both as teachers and much more. You were the parents away from home. To our esteemed parents, thank you for entrusting your children with us. We give back to you fine young men and women who are ready to conquer the world. Believe me when I say conquer the world, for I have seen the effort, the diligence, the commitment that these ladies and gentlemen have put on their tasks amidst this great uncertainty. To the Braeside community, thank you for the support you have given to our students during these unprecedented times. Most especially to our graduates, our reason for being here today. Thank you for being you. And when I say that, you know that the Braeside teachers know you not only by name, but by your abilities and potential. It was only you who could dare graduate when the world is reeling from the COVID-19 pandemic. We know we have world leaders and opinion shapers amongst you. Go out there and pursue your passions, face challenges, and be honest leaders. This is only the ending of the first chapter of a grand adventure, a path to great discoveries and leadership in the world. With all that has happened in recent times, knowing how to weather a storm is important, but so is dancing in the rain. Thank you to all our viewers online. Thank you for joining us and tuning in. God bless you all.
We can have some water in the dining as we finish the day.